John Harbaugh gave us an update on where he feels new offensive linemen Andre Vorhees and Daniel Faalele stand, and then gave us a little bit of an update on where he, evaluates the offensive line as a whole. So I'm going to play two different clips for you in this video. One specifically asking about Vorhees and Faalele, and then later on during the press conference, he was asked about Roger Rosengarten. So I'm going to go ahead and play you both of those and then give you a reaction to that. But before I do that, welcome to Flog Talk, your home for all things Baltimore Ravens football. If you are a Ravens fan and you're new to this channel, take 2 seconds, hit subscribe, like the video. We're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers before the end of the season. So if you could help me do that, I would genuinely appreciate it. But now let's get into the first clip of John Harbaugh being asked about Andre Vorhees and Daniel Faalele.
John, you have 2 new starters at guard, obviously. I mean, Vorhees is kind of like a rookie after missing all last year. Faalele, in your position, we've asked you about that throughout the offseason. What are you seeing from those two as far as through these first 2 games? Are you seeing progress from them? What's your assessment on where they are right now?
Yeah, talking about the 2 guards, those 2 guys, Andrew and Daniel, I think, yeah, we're seeing progress. But big picture volume, it's not progress that's measurable in a sense of you look at the thing and say, okay, overall it's getting better. It's progress in areas and there's other areas that show up, and I think that's pretty normal for young players. So when you put a young group of guys out there, young players at any position, especially in the offensive line, there are going to be growing pains. There's no doubt about it. And I think we've got to continue to work as hard as we can to make as many good plays as we can. We've got a lot of good plays happening out there, but we're just too inconsistent. You know, and you talk about the offensive line, I think that's a fair evaluation, is inconsistent. It's almost randomly inconsistent, you know, so that's something we've got to work through, but also across the board with our whole team. You know, we're not a consistent football team right now. And if we become a consistent football team, and when we become a consistent football team, then we'll be a winning football team. Until then, it's going to be hard to do that. So we need to work to make that show up on Sunday. That's the goal, is to be a consistent executing team on Sunday.
And this is one time I think John Harbaugh is completely right. The offensive line play has been inconsistent, and that's putting it very nicely. This is, in my opinion, this is the thing that's holding back the Baltimore Ravens offense and possibly the team. I know they don't play defense, but if the offense can get rolling the way that I believe they can, it's going to tremendously help out the defense. Now, the defense has their own set of issues, particularly in the secondary right now. But that's another topic here. We're talking about the offensive line. That is the thing that's holding back this team. And I said, and many other people as well said before the season, this could be a very slow start. The problem is now you're 0-2, and your season is on the brink of possibly spiraling out of control if they don't get it fixed fast. This was the game Sunday against the Raiders that you looked at in their first 5 games and said that's one of the games that they need to come away with a win. Well, they did not, and now they sit 0-2, 2 games behind the leader of their division, and there doesn't seem to be much of an answer here. Now, I will give them they looked better opposed to week 1. Pertaining to Andre Vorhees and Daniel Faalele, because that's who the question was directed at, Andre Vorhees, according to Pro Football Focus, finished with a pass blocking grade of 43.1 and a run blocking grade of 51.1. Daniel Faalele, on the other hand, had a pass blocking grade of 58.5 and a run blocking grade of 50.5. So neither one finished with a passing grade, according to Pro Football Focus. Both of them underwhelmed in this game. The Ravens finally started getting success on the run game when they were pushing the ball to the left side of the line. The outside zones out of the pistol, or tossing it with the single back to the left side. That is when they finally started getting a little bit of rhythm. This running it through the middle of the line has not been doing it, and it's something that needs to be fixed because they're not. I don't think they're going to be able to feast on the entire left side of the field in the entire season. So they're going to have to figure it out. He was also asked about Roger Rosengarten later on in the press conference and the strides he made between week 1 and week 2, and this is what John Harbaugh had to say.
Just going back to the offensive line, it looked like Roger Rosengarten took a step up in his second game. What did you see from him in his progress?
I did. Roger took really good improvement from week 1 to week 2. You know, it was a rookie first game, now second game. I thought he stepped it up and played well. You know, so that was his. Obviously, he's only played 2 games, but it was a major improvement from the week before. So let's hope he keeps on that track.
And I co-sign everything Coach Harbaugh said here. He only played 18 snaps in this game, but in my opinion, the jump from week 1 to week 2 was eye-opening. I remember when he first entered the game and they called it out and he went one-on-one with Max Crosby, who was one of the most dominant pass rushers in the entire league, and he held his own on an island with Max Crosby. And I think my jaw about hit the floor because I was like, compared to week 1 when he got absolutely blown by his first play in the game. This is night and day progress. And again, he only played 18 snaps, but he finished with a pass blocking grade of 74.7 compared to his counterpart Patrick McCarry, who played 47 snaps, to be fair. He finished with 66.8 pass blocking grade. Run blocking, Roger Rosengarten, only 55.4, so definitely still needs to work there. But I like what I see from him. I liked the pick out of Washington. He's a rookie. I knew it was going to take some time to develop, but if he can continue to build off of that performance, that is what's going to help propel this unit to the level it needs to be. The right side of that line has to get shored up. That is an absolute weakness right now, but I was very, very encouraged with how he played in this game. Hopefully, going forward, they give him more and more reps as he continues to hopefully level up his game to help be more of an anchor on that right side throughout the season. You know, it's going to take time for him to eat those reps away from Patrick McCarry, I would say. But I think he is the future of that position, in my opinion. But I want to know what you guys think. Were you impressed with Roger Rosengarten in his second career game? And what was your evaluation of Andre Vorhees and Daniel Faalele? Let me know in the comments. If you're new to this channel, hit subscribe, like the video. We're breaking down this press conference clip by clip. So if you are interested in that, make sure you stick around. And I will see you all in the next video. Go Ravens.